Imagine a civilization so advanced, so powerful, so wealthy that it simply vanished overnight. No ruins, no survivors, no trace, just gone. This is not a fairy tale. This is not science fiction. This is the greatest unsolved mystery in all of human history, the lost city of Atlantis. For over 2,400 years, historians, archaeologists, and explorers have searched every corner of the earth for proof that Atlantis existed. Some have dedicated their entire lives to the search, many have died trying, and yet, to this day, no one has found it. But what if the clues were right in front of us all along? The story of Atlantis begins with one man, the Greek philosopher Plato, writing around 360 BC. In two of his famous dialogues, Timaeus and Critias, Plato described in extraordinary detail a magnificent island civilization located in the Atlantic Ocean, just beyond the Pillars of Hercules, what we call today the Strait of Gibraltar. According to Plato, Atlantis was enormous, larger than Libya and Asia Minor combined. It was ruled by a confederation of kings, the descendants of the god Poseidon himself, who had fallen in love with a mortal woman named Cleito and built a magnificent palace on a hill for her. The city was laid out in perfect concentric rings of land and water, connected by canals. It had harbours, temples, palaces, hot springs, racecourses, and walls coated in precious metals, gold, silver, and a mysterious alloy called orichalcum, which Plato said shimmered like fire. For generations, the Atlanteans were noble, wise, and virtuous. They were the most powerful civilization on Earth, their naval empire stretching across the Mediterranean, even conquering parts of Europe and Africa. But then, something changed. The Atlanteans grew greedy, corrupt, arrogant. They began to worship wealth over wisdom, power over justice. And the gods watched, and the gods grew angry. In a single day and night of catastrophic destruction, the island of Atlantis was swallowed by the ocean. Earthquakes, floods, fire from the sky, an entire civilization erased from the face of the earth. This is the story Plato told. But here is the real question that has haunted scholars for millennia. Was it a myth, or was it history? Most mainstream historians today believe Atlantis was a philosophical allegory, a fictional story Plato invented to make a moral point about the dangers of corruption and greed. After all, no other ancient writer before Plato ever mentioned Atlantis, and Plato himself never claimed to have visited it. But here is where it gets interesting. Plato was remarkably specific. He didn't just say there was a big island. He gave precise measurements. He described specific geography, specific architecture, specific time frames. He even gave a date for when Atlantis was supposedly destroyed, approximately 9,600 BC, over 11,000 years ago. That level of detail is unusual for pure fiction. Plato said it was a true story, passed down from Egyptian priests to the Athenian statesman Solon, and from Solon to Plato's own family. Over the centuries, dozens of serious researchers have proposed real-world locations for Atlantis. Some say it was in the Mediterranean, perhaps the island of Santorini, which was devastated by a catastrophic volcanic eruption around 1,600 BC. The destruction of the Minoan civilization at that time bears striking similarities to Plato's story. Others believe Atlantis was located in the Atlantic Ocean, perhaps on the Azores Islands, which sit on a massive underwater plateau that could have once been above water. In 1968, underwater explorer J. Manson Valentine discovered what appeared to be a massive stone road off the coast of Bimini Island in the Bahamas. Perfectly cut limestone blocks stretching for miles along the ocean floor. Scientists called it a natural geological formation. Atlantis hunters called it the road to Atlantis. To this day, the debate continues. And then there is perhaps the most extraordinary theory of all. Some researchers believe that Atlantis was not in the Atlantic Ocean at all. They believe it was Antarctica. Before the last ice age, they argue, Antarctica may have been a warm, habitable continent. A civilization could have flourished there, and then been buried under miles of ice in a geological catastrophe. Satellite imaging of Antarctica's rock beneath the ice has revealed land masses that look eerily similar to Plato's description.